Why that warrants an objection?
Yeah.
Considering the size of that meager bouquet, if you can even call it that. If a single sorry bloom can be so described. You know what? I'm no longer adding commentary to him, because every time I do, he's just saying the same thing.
But deliberately meddling with the scene of a crime is a criminal offense. It's called,
Criminal offense. Oh.
Tampering, Mr. Naruhodo.
Turn right along Meerschaum Street and then... Rubble?
Hello everybody, KBTV Under the Sun, and welcome back to Case 4, The Great Ace Attorney. We are now, hopefully, will be able to present Joan Garrett and bring her to the stand properly, because now we've confirmed that the crime scene isn't where it was initially established. It is now in front of the Garrett's lodging, so...
It's finally time to drag you to the witness stand, ma'am.
Come on down! You're on The Price is Right! The defense would once again like to request the cross-examination of a new witness, my lord.
Once again.
My assistant made the same request earlier. In order to finally reveal the truth about this case, it's imperative that we cross-examine juror number 4, Mrs. Joan Garrett.
Oh, dearie me.
Objection!
That request has already been denied.
Yeah, but that was like several videos ago. But the situation is very different now.
It was 1 video ago.
2 videos ago.
2 videos ago. Oh god. What year is it?
Mrs. Garrett, answer me this.
What do you want now, you little toad?
Turn of the century, I'm assuming. At the time of the incident, you were engaged in a violent argument with your husband, Mr. Joan Garrett. In the course of the argument, a minor house fire was ignited. And to clear the smoke from the room, your husband opened a window that looks out over Briar Road.
Hell, what's of it? By the way, my name's Joe. My husband's name is John.
You threw this book at your husband when he was cornered with his back against the window. Also, my bad. Upon striking,
Ignore that, I guess.
Upon striking the pane of the open top hinge casement window, the book plummeted directly down, finding its way to what we now know to be the true scene of the incident.
Yes, and as I said, what's of it?
Oh my god, stop. During the argument, you were beside yourself with rage. As such, you threw not just books, but anything you could lay your hands on.
I mean, I will stop, but she keeps having lines, so I can't stop. I'm sorry.
So, let me ask you one more time, Mrs. Garrett. This knife, the one removed from the victim's back, have you really never laid eyes on it before?
I don't recall it.
Seriously?
Supposed to remember everything I picked up and threw at my husband. And anyway, the man over there in all of the carrier said members of the jury need to testify, didn't he?
Conveniently, yes.
Objection!
What?
No, I have no recollection of saying that at all, juror number 4. How dare you put words in my mouth? Make no mistake. You jurors are not special in any way. You are not immune to the judicial process.
He's like, no, she can't testify. She says one thing that pisses him off. Never mind, Garrett testify. I hate this person.
And then I took that personally. If you know something about this knife, madam, let the truth come out.
That's it. I mean, got a knife. It could have been from anywhere. We have never like that at home if one went missing.
You have several. I'm sorry, what now?
How would you expect me to know that it went missing?
That?
Are you joking?
What are you saying? Please, Mrs. Garrett.
I
She's
like the
just,
witness
she's
stand
outing
of
herself
Nolan.
slowly.
say she has several of those at home?
Wait, is this still her?
Yeah.
Okay,
think so.
Doesn't have.
Now you listen to me.
And there it is again.
That was weird.
I refuse to believe all this nonsense.
I bet it fell asleep, heard KV question it. It's like, oh, right, we're up.
I couldn't bear the thought that I injured someone. Do you hear it? I could hear it. Oh, poor woman.
So it's time to lie, huh?
So, yes, evidence. I want to see how evidence if you're going to insist that this be my fault.
The knife! You stupid dumbass!
You're going to have to prove to me that I threw that knife. Is that what you think? Come along now, chop chop. Dear was.
Well,
I missing out, Hodo.
if I had evidence like that, believe me, I would have thrown it at her already.
I don't think you should throw it at her.
Then take the stand, Jorah.
Oh,
Prosecution does not object to the defense's request to cross-examine this woman.
Thank you, Lord Van Zeeks.
You are quite welcome.
going to have to testify.
Juror number 4. As I'm sure you will appreciate, having observed it with your own eyes today, witness testimony can lead to the most extraordinary truths being unearthed. Truths of which the witnesses themselves may not even have been aware.
Oh, idiot.
So I demand your full and unadulterated testimony, Mrs. Garrett. And mark my words, in this court of law today, we shall extract the truth. Do you concur, counsels?
Certainly, my lord.
Oh, that's what I'm hoping for, my lord.
Just need to say I concur. I saw it in a movie once.
This is such a strange feeling. For the first time since arriving in this country, it actually feels real.
It's only been 3 days, dude.
I'm here, in the Old Bailey, and I'm a lawyer.
That's what you've been doing. Congrats.
He had a
Why did you
revelation.
bring the tea with you?
Witness, state your name and occupation.
Oh, yes, my name is Joan Kibbadeb. And well, I'm a juror and such like.
It sounds like even she doesn't know if she's a housewife or a maid or what anymore.
The court has decided your testimony is required in order to clarify matters in this case. Do you understand, madam?
Yes, my lord.
You will tell the court everything that took place in your household on the evening in question. But I warn you, do not attempt to hide the truth.
Oh, dearie me.
Teach you to put words in my mouth.
That's fine, I think.
I think this is me, I just gotta remember his voice.
Is this Mr.
Shit.
Garrideb?
Chin up, Journey. Nothing to worry about now.
How did you get here?
Tim, you were here, John.
Just slipped right in.
Wasn't only you in the room that day, old thing, was it? Rather think I ought to testify as well, don't you?
It's about your knee, dear.
Don't you worry about that. Hardly notice it. Those painkillers are very helpful. I'm not the sort of chap to leave a comrade to face disciplinary action alone.
John.
I presume you are Mr. John Galadib. Yes, sir. former 2nd Lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment of the 4th Northumberland Fusiliers.
Northumberland.
Northumberland Fusiliers,
Fusiliers?
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I
Complicated French word, whatever. Or European, I don't know. I don't care.
got. Faciliers?
Faciliers.
I
Drugs.
don't know, man.
Valkyria Chronicles, there we go. Seen my fair share of action and now living the quiet life, as it were.
I'm gonna change that word to dudes. Northumberland dudes, sir. The quiet life. Were you not engaged in an incendiary battle with your spouse on the day in question?
Well, quite. Doesn't happen often, man. I believe this may represent a first in the proud history of the British court. Calling a juror to the witness stand is unprecedented. However, the court will hear your testimony now, juror number 4, and that of your husband. You will recount clearly and concisely the events in your home at the time of the incident in question.
It's weird mixing up when you got two people with different accents talking, isn't it?
Yep. Sir, at once.
I like how we went from one lovey-dovey couple that was Taisa and Sunburn, and now it's me and Final.
I
We
did.
will outdo those young kids.
See, I planned this accordingly. It all played out the way I wanted it.
Yes, on the day you're referring to, the wife and I did have a bit of a skirmish. Can't recall the reason now. Knocked the candlestick over and set fire to the carpet. Soon had it out, though, and got the window opened.
Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him.
Plenty of knives around our place. Can't say I'd notice if 1 or 2 went missing, I'm afraid. If that bully thing in the victim's back really was one of ours, you'll have a job proving it, I think.
You'll testify, juror number 4, and by juror number 4 I mean mostly your husbands.
It sounds as though it was quite the battlefield in your house. Oh goddamn, I got them mixed up again. It sounds as though it was quite the battlefield in your household that evening.
Though an entire one-sided assault, it seems.
Just yeah,
What is this music?
the enemy called us on the hop, sir. Had no choice but to dig in and take defensive measures. To be honest, if the enemy had kept shelling us for another minute, we'd have been toast. Of course, a veteran such as myself is only too aware of that on every battlefield. You're just a gnat's whisker from death at any moment.
Walked into Professor Layton game apparently with this music.
Are we still talking about a marital quarrel here?
Well, I must say I'm dubious that this testimony will shed any light on the origins of this jackknife.
Combat one's focus narrows such that surroundings are barely noticed. These witnesses may not be able to offer anything more than they have testified already. This may be a dead end.
Van Zeeks may well be right.
Whatever the chances, we only have this last course of elimination to uncover the truth, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, I'm afraid so. So, am I pressing everything, or...
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Gonna be real, I
Counsel,
completely forgot they even had statements already.
very well, Counsel. Begin your cross-examination.
Then off we go.
Off to the races.
This is technically the last statement, I'm assuming, so yeah.
Hold it!
The reason is what you told us yesterday, I believe.
Yes, that's right. If I remember correctly, it all started because of a note that was tucked into the past pages of a book belonging to Mr. Garrett.
A rather passionate note, in fact. But Mrs. Garrett found the note, discovering her husband's little secret.
And she gave him a mighty number of slaps across the face for it too.
What a sordid state of affairs.
Hell on earth.
He's
I say, when a chap says he can't recall such things, it's common decency not to drag it all up.
told
And
us, buddy.
besides, half of it was wide of the mark anyway. Please don't pour the tea. Please don't pour the tea on me. I beg of you.
That's a threat.
A likely story.
His
my God.
lip is quivering.
These waters run very deep.
And what transpired next after these multiple blows to the face?
And the fire also spread to some items of furniture, didn't it?
The bookcase, my armchair, anything of mine, really. Just so happens there was some bathwater around that evening, so I sloshed that about to put it out. A most precarious situation you put yourself in. Ours is a 3-story townhouse on the west side of the street, where the water main isn't connected yet. Have to draw water from a public water pump during the day if you need any, you see.
Dodgers are always moaning that they can't get any water at night. Although that little mustached Japanese man buys water in bottles, I believe.
The defendant, Mr. Natsume, you mean?
Yeah, he receives a stipend for his studies, you know, from his home country. Can you imagine being able to brew up a pot of tea at all hours? He's obviously very well off.
If he was, he
you
wouldn't be
seen-
staying there.
Have you seen his room?
Have you actually seen the state of the man?
Have you
You
talked to
just keep
him?
predicting what's going to happen next.
I believe he uses all his income to buy books.
I need to stop.
Well, anyway, the point is, I was able to douse the fire with water, fortunately enough.
Even though the room was on fire?
Not concerned at the time. It was more important to extinguish my anger than the flames. When wants to throw, she must throw. This is most certainly not true of a Susatsu takedown, Mr. Nahodo.
I don't believe you.
How did she know I was thinking that? So, please cast your mind back and try to remember. Was a knife among the items that you threw at your husband that day?
In all honesty, I don't recall. But I feel I must point out that I'm no monster. Let me see. Bread, cabbage, garlic, towels, a napkin.
Those are way too
Hello?
soft. I don't think you threw only soft items, Lamb, but sure.
Excuse me.
I think Gyarados thinks otherwise. John does, anyway. Do you have something to add, sir?
I like how he trolls his pipe. That's neat.
Mr. Gyarados!
Shoot. Sorry. I beg your pardon.
Did your wife's remark just now bring something to mind?
Nothing of any significance, no. Just that the barrage of projectiles the old thing launched in my direction
Stop saying the old.
was somewhat more solid than she applies. Books, bricks, and the fire poker I seem to recall.
Ow.
Ouch.
And the woman's aim is uncanny.
God.
She landed a direct hit with every... Good grief, woman. We're not at home now. This is a court of law. I'm trying to help you.
Dear me. Ever so sorry, dear.
We don't need teacups.
At least it's on my lap this time.
What's she even doing with a teapot in here?
Honestly, John, I would never have thrown such things at you, obviously.
Take a look at this then. How do you suppose that happened, Your pipe, sir? I mean, oh goddamn, I did another accent for him. Had this thing in my hand as usual at the time of the onslaught. Knocked the clean out with one of our assault projectiles she did. Yes.
I'll be right back. I hear my dog. I think my dog's trying to come out.
I swear to
I'm more of a
goodness, if
cat
he
person.
tries to smoke from that pipe again, I'm gonna go, what the hell's wrong with you?
I'm back. My dog literally was waiting on the other side of the door. He was like, I want to know how this ends, okay?
Dog is slamming on the door like, she's lying! She's lying! Woof! Woof!
And when I went to pick the thing up, it was broken in two. I'd like to see a sponge do that sort of damage. And don't you dare say SpongeBob.
I see. Your pipe was broken.
Just need a good old SpongeBob karate chop.
It would never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Anyway, I've managed to bandage the thing up for now.
You grenades shoot to you?
Oh my god, dude, the tea was just poured in there. Why are you...
I wonder what we should make of this account. Well, you know, he makes do, okay? You know, can we look at that pipe?
I don't think we have it in evidence. Oh, that's what you mean by it. Okay.
The defense believes Mr. Gyarados' remarks just now to be of great significance.
Also, take the pipe away from him so he stops getting hurt.
Right?
His war veteran's words only tell us one thing. Betray a fiery wife, and pipes, as well as hearts, may be broken. Sentimental wisdom, perhaps, but hardly worth of adding to the formal testimony.
But if he was throwing things that were sharp enough to cut, then that means whatever. Whatever.
Indeed. Common sense, one might say.
I don't know if that's what it is, but might one?
In that case, would you at least permit us to examine the pipe, sir?
Well, I don't see why not.
There you go again, trying to ingratiate yourself with a young lady.
Oh, God's sake, woman.
Look, we're trying to protect you, okay? We need this pipe so she doesn't pour hot tea on you.
We're definitely a much better couple than they are, aren't we, Pat?
Oh, I totally agree.
I thought they were supposed to leave.
We just came in to say that. Bye!
Very well. The court will accept the gentleman's pipe as evidence. Pipe. Mr. Gyarados' pipe. Apparently it fell to the floor during a domestic dispute he had with his wife and broke.
Hope I didn't speak out of turn, Miss Naruto. I was just feeling rather disappointed for you and that your request was turned down.
Oh no, it's fine. Thanks to Sasato-san, we have some new evidence to work with. We should examine it carefully.
Look at the pipe, let's break it.
Break it
It's already
again!
broken.
We break it
Break it
again!
What? Dude, were you smoking with glass in there the whole time?
Oh.
What the fudge?
Something just twinkled
That's-
inside the chamber of the pipe there.
That's the tip of the knife.
Well, you know, it's still broken glass in some regard. Broken metal.
Yes, I saw it. Something stuck in there, I think.
Let's turn it over and give it a shake. What's this? It's a tiny fragment of metal.
Thank you for reading my line. Would you like to continue to be me, Taisa?
No, I'm pretty sure that arrow was pointed at me.
It was on Susato.
No. Okay.
Okay.
It looks like the tip of a blade or something.
The tip of a blade? Surely it couldn't be.
Fragment of metal. This small piece of metal looks like it might be the tip of a knife blade. That wasn't mine. It was stuck inside the bowl of Mr. Gyarados' pipe.
All right.
Thank you for confirming it wasn't your mistake.
You know what's unfortunate?
We have to be sure.
I have to do an extra step.
Dun dun dun.
Whoa! Mind blown.
Look here, Miss Naruto. Just the tip. A small piece of the blade appears to be missing.
Wait. Part of it's missing? I could be wrong, but I've just got a feeling. You remember this?
That's a tiny fragment of metal we found inside Mr. Garrett's pipe.
Yes, and just maybe.
Oh my, it's a perfect fit.
I love how the game doesn't show that, but sure. Somehow.
It's a perfect fit somehow. Yeah, sure.
Look at all this rendered visible blood.
Somehow I just knew it. Okay, Gabe, thank you for not actually. Alright, whatever. Whatever.
Remember when Sonic got
No, but
shot?
that's insane.
Remember when Sonic got shot in Sonic 06 and there was all this visible rendered blood spilling
he
all
got
over the
shot?
place?
He got impaled.
Remember when he got shot impaled in Sonic 06?
How we got the special beam cannon or something?
Yeah, that's about it, wasn't it?
Well, thank you for that rebuttal, Mr. Gardib. Now, if we could return to the crux of the matter.
Now we have to figure out where to present this.
What can you tell the court about the knife used to attack the victim?
There.
Yeah.
Can I see the rest of the statement? Wait, how do I make this go back?
Oh, well, that statement also.
Oh, that.
too.
Okay, yeah, that. Hold on.
No, the last one. The last one. Definitely the last one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sir, could we talk
Is
about
the-
this?
Yes, please, let's talk about this. Can we talk about this little tip? I've been dying to talk about this little tip.
Mr. Garrettov, could I ask you to take a good look at this, please?
You can ask, but I can't see a bully thing.
You can't?
Used to call me Dead-Eye Dead back in the regiment, of course, but that was some time ago. Even when I'm trying to enjoy a large print book by the fire these days, I struggle to tell a B from a D and a P from a Q, to be honest.
He does. Dear me, it's rather wearing being asked about every other letter and every other word.
You must be the very dusty. What? Okay.
You must
I
be
get
very
it.
dizzy.
Dizzy. Dusty. Oh, I for some reason saw a T.
He's just flipping be very busy.
yeah.
What is that? A tiny scrap of metal.
Yes, almost certainly from the tip of a blade. And what may appear at first to be just a tiny scrap is in fact a crucial piece of evidence.
Interesting. And where did the defense come by this evidence?
A pipe.
It was lodged in the chamber of Mr. Garrett's pipe.
My p, you say? By Jove, I wonder how that got there.
I'm surprised you didn't notice, though.
And what precisely does this fragment of metal signify, Counsel?
It's been smoking metal this last few days, no big deal.
Are you suggesting that it is in some way related to the matter of the stabbing on Briar Road?
I am.
What?
When put together with another piece of evidence already in the court record, I believe this tiny fragment of metal will unravel the whole truth of this case, my lord.
It's a little box.
Is she in a box?
She's on a box.
She's on her soapbox.
You appear rather God damn it, I just got that. You appear rather confident in that extraordinary statement, Counsel. Very well then, present the pertinent evidence to the court. What evidence, when paired with this fragment of metal, allegedly reveals the truth of this entire case?
This?
The jack, yeah.
Take that!
This is the knife that was found in the victim's back. If you look closely, you will see that there is a small piece at the tip of the blade that is missing.
Common issue with the inferior blades sold at unsavory street markets. Criminals who use them regularly leave the tips lodged in their victims' bones.
That's ugh.
And what of this particular knife?
No doubt its tip has suffered a similar fate, now languishing somewhere near the spine of the victim.
Okay, so Van Zeeks, I get why you probably know, but the fact that you know that so clearly and concisely is disturbing.
No,
I mean, imagine.
that's not the
imagine.
case. Yeah, go
Imagine
on.
how many cases this dude has been in.
I know, but the fact he was able to recall it like that fast, is just like, oh, yep, this is in the spine. I'm like,
It's like, no, that absolutely makes sense. I've seen it so many times.
The tip of this particular knife's blade is the very fragment of metal we discovered in the chamber of Mr. Garrett's pipe. Damaged!
Good grief.
Sexy
Good Van
damage.
Beeks.
The sexy damage!
I need to hear the like damage sound from Ace Attorney over that scene. Like just do me a favor and put that sound effect over it. I don't believe it. The knife from the crime scene and this fragment of metal. A perfect match.
Oh, great. Now we shit the illustration.
Good my gosh. Order, order, order! Is this some sort of Eastern sorcery?
Wow!
Sir.
Oh god,
Hold
I'm the
on.
racist one now. What the hell is wrong with
Well,
me?
we're in Britain. Everyone that's British is freaking racist. Also,
We are known for our tolerance.
I think we need to stop here now because we're going to definitely need about another 20 minutes to actually get to the conclusion. I know we are very close. There's literally one more thing we have to present, but I'm very sure because of the way Ace Attorney is, it will go for a bit. So I think we're gonna have to stop here and continue this in the next video and finish
Tune
it
in
properly
next
then.
time. Tune in next time to find out what sort of Eastern sorcery is being employed for all of us to just come to the common sense conclusion that this little tip and this knife go together. Oh! Would you like to watch me?
I also would recommend that you all like, comment, and subscribe to this channel.
Would you
And
like to watch
remember-
me separate my thumb?
And remember one important thing. It wasn't my knife. Told you so.
Factually,
Majima
Thank you,
out.
Majima.
factually speaking, he is correct. It is not Majima's knife.